Stampers and Crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And today is a big old welcome to all of you. I hope you are having a great day. It is raining so hard here that this morning, before 9 o'clock, it was 8 o'clock, I had to go to an appointment that I thought I was in the middle of a monsoon. Oh my God, I couldn't even see where I was going. I had to go through a couple of areas, and they were probably about a knee deep for driving. So it was not very fun today. But I am so glad I get to do stamping with you today. Whoop, whoop. Today is Wednesday, and today is always about sketches. This sketch comes from the BTC, and it's their weekly sketch. This is number 47. And again, you know, a lot of this is just left to your discretion on how long, how big, how wide you really want everything to be. So I just use my discretion on this, and I hope you like what I did. And you also need to understand that it's okay if you do some casing, which is copy and edit. What is it? Copy and slightly edit. And that's what I did today, except for this first card. My first card is cased, absolutely cased with just a little bit of change, not much. And this comes from Kathy Winters. Kathy Winters did this on the BTC group, and I just loved it. And I really wanted to share this card with you and to do it. The other thing is that it comes with this fabulous, Sentimental Christmas. And if you look on page 5 of your winter mini, every time you buy the Sentimental Designer Series paper or the suite, $3 gets, let me see if I can find that again, gets donated to, I think it's literacy. Oh, gets donated to children's literacy. And this is on page 29, and this has the suite. I just ended up buying the paper because I just loved it. I just thought it was the cutest paper ever. And I have not used it very much, and I just wanted to take time to share this with you. It is the cutest ever. It has these fabulous little deer. I'm such a deer fan. And it has these beautiful colors on here. Pretty Peacock goes really well with Old Olive, Garden Green. I think that there is some Poppy Parade. And this ends up being Pumpkin Pie. And I think there's Spruce, Shaded Spruce. And so I ended up using these 3 Designer Series paper sheets on the card. And I guess I would also have to say that Kathy used them too. So again, remember all the dimensions are on my website. So please make sure that you hop on over there and you can check everything out. I used the happy birthday and made this a winter birthday card. And, whoops, I ended up using the stamp set and the dies. So at the top, when it asks for, when you're looking at what I'm doing, it has a bundle. It also means that I used the dies as well as the stamp set. So that was one that we did. And then I didn't do a very good job on the inside, but I just thought it was nice. I continued the Designer Series paper, and then I did the Autumn Expression. And I just really thought, what a great thing on your birthday just to have a lovely day. And it would be something that I would say. I've also used the pretty peacock and gold. And this is metallic ribbon. It's so easy to work with, and it's beautiful. And I mean, it just goes with all the paper that we have down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way, and we're going to put this together. It's going to be a quick together. So you know, on this, I just made this about 1/4 of an inch bigger on both sides, and then all I did was cut it from corner to corner, corner to corner. All right. I also ended up using the Cherry Cobbler Pearl Adhesive-Backed berries because Cherry Cobbler is one of the colors in this suite too. So we are starting out with, this is Spruced. What is it? Shaded Spruce. And it's just a typical 8 card. Okay, nothing on the inside. But I did not, oh my goodness, I did not stamp anything on the inside. So let's bring in my little piece that's going to fit on my insert inside. And I'm going to leave this one blank this time. And all I am doing is taking this, putting it in the corner, and just running it down. And because I did not get it straight, it needs to have a little bit cut off at the top. And then all I'm doing is running this down to put on the inside. No, I am not doing any friends taping. Friends taping is where you barely tape all 4 colors so they can just rip it out and have a new color or add a new piece of paper in there. I haven't done that. And isn't this cute? On the other side of the stripes is this great scene of the Christmas tree and gifts. So now I cut this 1/4 of an inch smaller because I really wanted it to look like the outside was being lined by just the card base. I wanted to have a little snow in there because I'm a snow girl. So isn't that sweet? This is the other side of the designer series paper. And this is our pumpkin pie. We're just going to add that on. And then all I did with this is that I just kind of put it a little bit towards the right side. And I wanted to connect some of the bottom with some of the top. So there we go. Hoping I'm getting it on straight, but it looks a little crooked. I'm not going to change it now. And then I'm having these beautiful little deers be on our pretty peacock paper. And I'm just going to turn this over as I stick this on because I did not do, I like to go from the smaller size to the larger size. And that one I didn't do a very good job of. So again, this is about 1/4 of an inch larger all the way around. And before I add this on, I just want to put a ribbon. Let's put the ribbon, we're going to put the ribbon down lower this time. And why I'm doing that is because I really want the deer to show. Now this ribbon is just so pliable. You can make nice little bows and knots and everything from it. And all I'm going to do is leave it just like it is. Put this again towards the right side. And down just a little bit. And then I'm taking some of dimensionals. And I am putting them on this. I'm going to put about 3 dimensionals on them. And then when I did this, I really wanted to be able to have a little bit of this Poppy Parade show. And so I just kind of hung it out. Had some of the Poppy Parade show. And also I wanted to get in some of this beautiful ribbon. So that's where I went with it. Not a lot of change. So now what I'm doing is bringing in my cherry cobbler and just my pliers. And I'm just kind of putting some of the dots or gems just on here so it kind of highlights some areas. So that's all I'm doing. Oh, let's add this on here. Top of the tree. There you go. And so our first card is done. And whatever you would like to add on the inside of your card, feel free to do so. And if you don't know exactly what you want to add, wait until you figure it out, unless you're going to be like me, and that is you're going to leave it blank. And then when somebody has a winter birthday, which I have a few coming up, then I'll just write on the inside. So these are the first 2 cards. I just think they're cute. Look at those little babies. So there's one. So then the next one that I did, I kind of was all over the place with this one. So this is from the Autumn Leaves. And so I took the Autumn Leaves bundle and I did the, oh, maybe I didn't too. Oh, let me find out if I used, I'm trying to figure out where I got this. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I do not know where I got that stamp set from or the die from. I always thought that it came right out of this. I am really sorry. I do not know what I did with that. So I'll go back and find out, and it'll be in the list of all the cards and all the supplies that we used. I took this and I just added this, and I went like a small line, put it over here, and did a long line, and then came back to the side and put a little bit of this a little bit further into the center. So that's how I used this die cut. And so I'm really happy about the die cut and how it turned out and how beautiful I think that this went with the leaves. Can you see the little dots over here, down here? It just kind of gives it just a little bit of a pop. So that's what I did. I also had the pearls, the blooming pearls, and I used the Pretty Peacock. Then I got out the Oxidized copper, and this is Specialty Designer Series paper, and the Specialty is because there's gold or silver or copper mixed with this. And so it either comes in this, I think it looks almost like it is a pumpkin pie with the copper, and then you have the peacock, the pretty peacock. And it is, oh, it is just copper on the back. And remember, Stampin' Up! Has everything on the back so you know the colors that you're dealing with. Then my next one is this beautiful Regel Distressed Patterns. And that's where I got the red at the top. And this one comes in some cherry cobbler, some white, and then it looks like it is, and I should have thought about doing that color. And this is Pretty Peacock. And again, it is everything that you need on the back here. And I lied, this color right here is a beige. Okay, so we got that. All right, so let's get ourselves started now. So we have, and I didn't say that I also have some of the baker's twine. So we're going to use that. Now on this, I'm using very vanilla. I stamped off on the first leaf, and then I just went with a regular stamp on the second. This is Pretty and Peacock, or Pretty Peacock. All the leaves were a die cut. And so I am going to, when I put this together, I decided that I wanted to deconstruct the card just a little bit. And so that's exactly what I did. I just deconstructed it. So I hope you like it. So I started with the cherry cobbler. And I just made a really small piece of cherry cobbler. And I'm just bringing it where the long piece, where the long piece is, I just decided to go with a very short piece. And I just kind of stuck it over on the side, gave some room over here, some room over here. So that's what I did with our first piece. Then with oxidized copper, I tried to just move this in front of everything. So it's like, again, you have it on the side. Okay? And then my last piece, I'm going to just bring it up just a little bit. So it shows at the bottom, but then again, it hides the top. And I didn't do a very good job over here. But that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, I am going to bring in my leaves. I was going to do one in beige, but it just didn't look that great. So I have all my different leaves up here, and I'm going to just turn them all over. All right, so I'm also bringing in glue dots, because glue dots are the easiest. And I'm going to start with my orange, and I'm going to do the top and just press on it and pull, and then the leaf next to it. So that's all I'm doing, giving myself just a little bit of room over here, and I'm just turning it to the side. And then I'm repeating it again with the cherry cobbler. And so I'm building from the outside in. I'm going to turn this a little bit more towards the outside. There you go. And then we're going to bring our green in, and this is Mossy Meadow. And all you really have to do is just press on it, and with the exception of this, it just goes on really easily. So I'm going to turn this in and kind of hang it down low. Now with the yellow, it's going to be just a little bit higher than the cherry cobbler. All right, and then with Blackberry Bliss, I just added dimensionals because I wanted it to pop on top. And I really liked this idea. And again, you know, I just learned from everybody else. This is one thing that we don't always create everything all the time. And so why reinvent the kitchen sink? So I am all about thanking people for helping me out. This one I do not remember because I did not write down whose card that I saw had this on it, but I love it. Okay, so this, I went with this darker beige color, and I am just going to take this, I did. I'm just going to take this down below and run it around 3 times. And I'm just putting one, it's going underneath the other one. And I can just fix it once it's done. Okay. So there we go. That's what that looks like. And then I'm just going to put this below. And when I do my tape, all I'm doing is running over top of it. And you can either use your adhesive to do that or put a piece of Scotch tape over it. There we go. And that's what that looks like. I really just like this. It was just really fun, and I loved all the colors that went on top of each other. Now, I had already done a little bow, so I am going to bring back out those glue dots. I'm going to take a glue dot off, and I think I'm going to put this one right here in the middle. And then I'm just going to glue this one right to it. Thank you for whoever's with me right now. I'm sorry I can't see your name. Thank you for joining me, though. I really appreciate it. So I have this. We're going to add now the sentiment. And I love the sentiment, especially for this time of year, with a grateful heart. Because I think with Thanksgiving coming around the corner, you're spending time with family, you're very grateful for everything. And I'm going to put that up just a little bit higher. So there we go. So I really do like this. I agree. It is so fun. Oh, it's Seema. Hi, Seema. I just now saw your name. It's really hard to see on the camera. I agree that it is so festive. Thank you for saying that. I agree. I really like the way that it looks. So now we are taking some of our Pretty Peacock pearls, and we are just going to put those on the card. So we have 3, and again, there's our triangle. And here we have the inside of the card. So again, these are our next 2 cards that we did. And here is both cards. And Seema, I know you wrote something else, but golly, I can't even see what it is. Something about friends. And I'm just going to fake it. I'm so glad we're friends. Best thing that ever happened to me. Seema and I became friends when I went to California and worked at Starbucks for a year. I took a year off of teaching, and I spent a year in Palm Springs, and that's where Seema was the manager of the Starbucks down there. And I absolutely had a blast, and I absolutely admired everything she did. She was a very good leader. Thank you, Seema. So that's our cards today. Next week, I will be, I'm taking a small little trip, and so I will not have any recordings at all. I decided that I don't want to try to rush and put something out, and I just want to enjoy my time. So I hope that you enjoy your time too. It's getting close to Thanksgiving, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you for joining me today, you guys. Seema, thank you for being my friend. Again, my name is Kevon. I'm from ktstamps.com, and this is where you will find all the measurements. And my motto is creating cards for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up today, for being a part of this YouTube video, my live Facebook, and for allowing me to share these beautiful cards with you. Thank you, thank you. Have a great day, guys.